Hi, my name is Dr. Lisa Grant, and I've been transforming smiles in the Chicago southern suburbs and Northwest Indiana for over 20 years. I absolutely love helping patients live a better life by helping kids and adults create the smile of their dreams. So if you're researching orthodontists and different types of braces for yourself, your children, or a loved one, you are in the right place. Just like every mouth is different, orthodontic practices are different too. In your search for finding just the right orthodontist for you, you'll most likely find similar treatment options, even named the same or by the same manufacturer. That being said, not all treatment is the same. And at Lisa Grant Orthodontics, our mission is to serve others. Our vision is changing lives, advancing the profession, and supporting our community. There is no better reward of seeing how happy our patients are after we help transform their smile. To help support our mission and to help you choose the right orthodontist, even if it's not us, I put this webinar together, the top 10 things you must know before choosing your orthodontist. So in addition to covering the top 10 things you must know before choosing your orthodontist, I'm also going to go over some of the most common questions that we get asked about braces and Invisalign. And I'm also going to share with you how the process works and what you can expect. Obviously, the best way to find out some more information and answer all of your questions is to have you come in for a complimentary evaluation and consultation. So I'll go over that too. Now, because you're watching this webinar, I'll also explain how you can get a free teeth whitening kit for yourself when you visit us, and of course, with no obligation. I want to go ahead and share with you a life-changing story. For example, let me share the story of Allie. Allie was getting picked on at school about the gaps in her teeth, and she was constantly hiding her smile. She would avoid all pictures and continually cover her mouth with her hands. So her mom, Renee, came in with Allie at around 7 years old, and after a thorough evaluation and exam, we determined that Allie could have limited braces for under a year, and it would dramatically change her entire smile. You can even see the difference in her smile in the before and after. Her mom also noticed a complete change in her personality. She felt much more comfortable in social situations, her grades even improved in school, and her teachers commented that she became more involved in the class discussions, and recently, Allie even landed the lead role in her school play. So you can see how having that confident smile can truly change your child's life. Now, I'm also going to share with you life-changing stories from patients that we get during post-treatment surveys. Stories like this one from one of our patients, Alexa, who is pictured here. Alexa's mom, Bernice, wrote in, and I quote, "My biggest concern was the pricing of the braces for my daughter. The payment plan was simple and affordable. My concern was easily resolved once the payments were started and the term went by pretty fast. My daughter is much happier now with the new look that she now has, and she feels more confident with smiling and expressing herself. I would recommend family and friends to Lisa Grant Orthodontics because of the excellent customer service at every visit, as well as the office being modern, contemporary, and welcoming. All these things are important for customers to recommend and to keep coming back." End quote. So like Alexa, after I had braces, I too had an increased sense of confidence. So bottom line, by the end of this webinar, you'll know some of the things that you must look for before choosing your orthodontist, and also you'll learn more about braces and Invisalign. So at this point, you may be wondering, why am I sharing this information with you via a webinar? Well, at Lisa Grant Orthodontics, we recognize that you have choices when it comes to your orthodontic treatment. I also realize you have questions and want to learn more about your different orthodontic treatment options. I love to explain the different treatment options so that you can make the right decision that fits your child's unique needs. So the goal of this webinar is to inform you about some of your options, and I feel confident that you'll find the information that I share with you to be beneficial. At the end, I'll invite you to take the next step, which is to schedule a thorough evaluation for yourself or your child so that an orthodontic specialist here at Lisa Grant Orthodontics can assess yours or your child's unique mouth and can confirm even if they need braces or if any type of treatment would help. We also take this as an opportunity to get to know you. Now, don't worry, this initial visit is, of course, no obligation and 100% free. Now, I want you to turn off your cell phone, close your email, and shut down your Facebook. Give me your focus and pay close attention to this presentation today, because the information you're going to learn today can literally change you or your child's life. So you absolutely don't want to miss anything. Clear all of your distractions so that you can focus on the content of this webinar. I promise you'll be so grateful you did. And if you're like me, chances are you'll have some questions as I talk. Simply type in your questions below as you have them, and I'll do my best to answer them at the end. I know we have a limited time together today, but I want to make sure I get through all of the information I've prepared for you. So why is this presentation so important right now? If you are watching this presentation, chances are you're interested in learning more about choosing an orthodontist for yourself or for your child. And now the timing of this webinar is also great because the technology in orthodontics has evolved over the years. At Lisa Grant Orthodontics, we use advanced digital imaging for diagnostics, which helps us accurately and immediately determine if treatment is even needed. With this technology that we have available in our offices, in most cases, we can determine right away any potential problems or challenges that may exist, right there and then at the initial complimentary consultation. Without this type of technology, it would take us weeks to properly diagnose a patient. And we realize how busy most people and kids are today and how you want your answers right away. So we have invested in this technology to save you multiple visits and save time. Additionally, as an experienced orthodontist treating thousands of children and adults, I have been through many scenarios from simple to complex cases. This extensive experience allows us to achieve successful smile transformations for you or your child. And I have seen firsthand how these transformations set you or them up on the path to more confidence and a more fulfilling life. Well, I want you to imagine what having your dream smile would do to your own self-esteem and confidence. If you're looking for treatment options for your child, imagine what your child's life would be like with an amazing smile that will last into their adult life. As a mother myself of 2 daughters, I personally have seen the enormous impact that a smile has had on both of their school achievements, relationships, and now professional endeavors. Picture your child with more confidence, higher self-esteem, better relationships, and overall more happiness. How does that feel? Of course, fantastic. Now I want to ask you another question. How will it be if you or your child could benefit from treatment but doesn't know all of their options? Again, as a mother, you always want the best for your children and yourself. And since you're watching this webinar right now, I'm confident you agree. The good news is, on this webinar, I'm going to show you exactly how by coming in yourself or bringing your child in for a complimentary evaluation at our office as early as possible is the best thing you can do to ensure you have all the right information and knowledge to make the best choice for you or your child's smile and overall good health. Okay, so let's start with a little bit of background about how I became an orthodontist. I've always loved helping people. So while attending the University of Illinois, I was reflecting on my own life and how having braces as a young child completely changed my life and greatly improved my confidence. As a young child before braces, I was actually extremely shy and not really living life to the fullest. But it wasn't until after I had braces that I naturally became more comfortable in social situations. Additionally, I ended up becoming a cheerleader in high school, starring in school plays, and creating valuable relationships as a result of my newly found confidence and great self-esteem. So in reflecting on my own life, the choice was clear to me that I wanted to help as many people as possible have similar transformations. So I did decide then to become an orthodontist. After graduating from the University of Illinois for both undergrad and dental school, I went on to specialize as an orthodontist by graduating from Northwestern University. and I set out to create a unique orthodontic specialty practice with a vision of delivering unparalleled service while embracing a commitment to serve families and the surrounding community. So in 1993, I founded Lisa Grant Orthodontics. Our entire team at Lisa Grant Orthodontics is so grateful to have already helped thousands of patients from South Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana. We are all so excited to continue to help new patients increase their confidence and literally change their life, just like I did. We also love giving back to our community by supporting and being part of local organizations, schools, sports teams, and much more. Throughout the year, we enjoy holding different patient appreciation events, from our Ladies' Night Out for our female patients or moms of patients, to Halloween parties, to even bringing in an ice cream truck on a hot summer day for one of our ice cream nights. I'm also the author of the book Simply Smile, A Parent's Guide to Choosing the Right Orthodontist. If you decide to come in for an initial consultation, you will receive a copy of this book for free. And even if you're watching and you aren't a parent, you will find the principles in this book to still be valuable to you. Outside of the office, I enjoy balancing my life with yoga, working out, traveling, and I cherish my time with my family. Pictured here is my husband, Dr. Kerry Goldberg, also a dentist. To the right of him is my first beautiful daughter, Kendall, who is turning into a filmmaker extraordinaire, then me, and then to the right of me is Jolie, who's a very talented dancer. I can tell you it never gets old seeing how happy our patients are and the parents of our patients are when they get their braces off. Braces may not seem life-changing when you're not the one needing them, but I can assure you that for those who need them, it's an incredibly satisfying feeling that they get when their treatment has just been completed and they look in the mirror and love their smile. And that's just the aesthetic benefits. There are many health benefits as well. Well, now that you know how I became an orthodontist, you have learned a little bit about myself, our practice, and our team. I would like to share with you some of the things that you must know before choosing an orthodontist. Orthodontists are specially trained dentists who take on several extra years of training in order to straighten teeth, usually by affixing braces to the patient's teeth. You might say orthodontists specialize in smiles. Orthodontists also perform dentofacial orthopedics. This is just a fancy way to describe how we normalize the structure of a patient's jawbones in order to repair any imbalance in their face. All orthodontists are dentists, but only 6% of dentists are orthodontists. Look for the seal of the American Association of Orthodontists, which is often referred to as the AAO. Only orthodontic specialists can belong to the AAO. Another sign of a great specialist is that they can show you a before and after of a similar case that they have previously helped. We know all mouths are different, but in the 7,000 plus lives and smiles that we have transformed, we can show you a similar case to your specific mouth. For example, we have before and afters available of young children who have had braces like you see here, to adult patients, and in this case, she used Invisalign to fix some overcrowding and straighten her teeth, as you can see in this before and after. Her smile became more full. So just by getting the teeth in the proper position, it not only changed her bite, but drastically improved the appearance of a fuller smile. Again, during your initial consultation, we will show you a before and after that is most similar to yours or your child's mouth. Another thing to look for when choosing your orthodontist is, do they give back to the community? A lot can be said about an orthodontic practice that plays an active role in bettering the community in which they live and work. A practice that does this considers their patients to be people, neighbors, and friends. And obviously, you most likely want your orthodontist to be your friend. At Lisa Grant Orthodontics, we not only play an active role in our community, we also donate time and money to local causes. We understand that being active doesn't simply mean acknowledging charities and events with occasional donations. We understand that it means proactively being a part of these charities and events. Our patients live and work in the community just as we do, and we consider them to be of value as a patient, a neighbor, and a friend. Another thing to look for when choosing your orthodontist is, do they treat adults? Orthodontics is not just for kids. It's important that your orthodontist can treat patients of all ages. In fact, 20% of our orthodontic patients that we see at Lisa Grant Orthodontics are adults. Many adults are finding out how a healthy and attractive smile is important to their health and the way that they feel about themselves. Others choose to avoid a lifetime of crooked teeth for health concerns or problems with their bite. Here you can see some of our happy adult patients the day that they completed their treatment. Another thing to look for when choosing your orthodontist is, do they provide the first visit free of charge? Most orthodontists offer free examinations for new patients so that you and your family can get expert advice about treatment needs, options, and timing before making this important investment. So during your first exam and consultation, be sure your questions are being answered, concerns addressed, and you are being educated about all of your treatment options. If needed, the orthodontist should include digital x-rays during the exam at no charge. And remember, because you're watching this webinar, at the end, I am going to share with you how you receive a teeth whitening kit and a copy of my book for free and with no obligation during your first visit. So no matter which orthodontist you choose, ultimately, you are not making a small investment. That being said, wouldn't you want to ensure that your orthodontist is going to stand behind their treatment? Of course. At Lisa Grant Orthodontics, we wouldn't have it any other way. In fact, we offer multiple guarantees. In addition to our 100% lifetime guarantee, even if you or your child doesn't wear their retainer, we also offer a guarantee where you won't miss work or school during your treatment. Orthodontics today offers a great deal from years past. Computer-designed braces and wires dramatically increase the precision with which we can move teeth and shorten treatment time. Tie-free braces systems have made treatment far more efficient and comfortable. Clear braces offer a cosmetically pleasing alternative, while Invisalign offers patients an entirely brace-free option. Did you know that Invisalign also has a special treatment system just for teens? Dr. Grant specifically discerns which treatment options make the most sense and which ones don't for each smile. Ultimately, you're going to get the best treatment available when you choose Lisa Grant Orthodontics. Each orthodontic office has its own fee schedules, and doctors often charge differently for different procedures. All orthodontists should offer you a contract that clearly spells out the expenses for your child's treatment before it begins. Throughout the orthodontic industry, it is common to find out about retainer fees after you start treatment. Since you are watching this webinar, you can ask your orthodontist about what retainers cost and also if there are any other hidden fees. You will be happy to know that at Lisa Grant Orthodontics, we include a set of retainers and there's no hidden fees. Another thing to look for in choosing your orthodontist is, do they charge for emergency appointments? Some minor discomfort may occur with braces. Orthodontists typically provide adjustments for poking wires and loose appliances free of charge. At Lisa Grant Orthodontists, we do provide these types of adjustments free of charge, but you should definitely ask about adjustments and potential costs with your orthodontist before you start treatment. Keep in mind, if your braces are broken or damaged due to noncompliance with dietary restrictions, this may result in repair charges. With Lisa Grant Orthodontists, if you do your best to avoid breaking your braces, follow the simple dietary guidelines which we'll share with you, then you should have no additional costs for adjustments throughout your treatment, even if it's an emergency. Another thing to look for in choosing your orthodontist is, do they make you feel special and comfortable? Regardless if you're watching this webinar for your own treatment or for your child's treatment, when you meet with your orthodontist, you should definitely feel comfortable. At Lisa Grant Orthodontists, we strive to make you as comfortable as possible before, during, and after treatment. Particularly important, if you're watching this webinar for the treatment of your child, we also ensure that your child feels special each and every time they visit. In fact, at the time of this webinar, both of our doctors have children of their own. Since our doctors are so involved with children and young adults, we can empathize, relate to them, and make them feel comfortable and extra special. With the internet today, it's extremely easy to pull up ratings and reviews from patients. After this webinar, simply go to Google and search for orthodontist reviews and ratings with your town. At the time of this recording, you'll see that we have over 35 reviews on Google posted by our happy patients, and we are a 5-star rated. We're also 5-star rated on Yelp and Facebook. In a little bit on this webinar, I'm also going to share with you some comments patients and moms of our patients have wrote in about their experiences. Now, if you've been counting, I have given you 10 things you should consider before choosing your orthodontist. And I have to give you one more. I couldn't put on this webinar and not address the number one concern we hear from parents and patients, and that is, how much is this going to cost and how am I going to pay for this? Well, at Lisa Grant Orthodontics, we will help you understand different payment options, from maximizing the most insurance benefits to flex spending accounts to even interest-free payment plans. During the initial exam and complimentary consultation, we will answer all of your questions, including those about our typical cost of braces and the variety of payment options available to you. Because I've lived through my own transformation and have seen firsthand our patients, that how it has opened doors for them because of their smile, I truly believe you can't put a price on increased confidence, self-esteem, and an overall better life. That being said, let me share a story verbatim from one of our moms of a patient who is pictured here. Her before is on the top left and the after in the lower left, and also the after on the right. Her mom said, and I quote, "In the beginning, I was mostly concerned about the price of getting my daughter braces. I wasn't sure how we could afford it. After the consultation, I was so excited. I knew I wouldn't have to look in my daughter's eyes and tell her I couldn't afford to fix her teeth. I wouldn't have been able to handle that. The payment plan with Lisa Grant Orthodontics was super simple and affordable. I didn't even miss the money each month. Thank you so much for making this such a wonderful experience for my entire family. Haley's beautiful smile is now exquisite, and I know she feels much more confident. I never felt inconvenienced, and everyone on your staff is wonderful. If you or your child need braces and you want to experience not only to be affordable, but an actual positive and fun time, then go to Lisa Grant Orthodontics. You will not be disappointed." End quote. So to make braces affordable, we have so many tools and options available here at Lisa Grant Orthodontics. Oftentimes, we can even devise a payment plan where your monthly payments can be less than a monthly cell phone or cable bill. We're happy to see which payment options will work best for you. So at this point, I want to answer some of the common questions that we hear from patients. Many people ask us, does it hurt having braces? So braces used to be a much more difficult and painful process, like when I had them many years ago. You used to have bands on every tooth, but now our patients are reporting little to no discomfort, and it's only a couple of days to about a week to get used to after the braces are placed. Many of our patients are even surprised that they experience no pain at all. So the misconception that braces hurts is just no longer true. Here you can see one of our patients wearing her Lisa Grant Orthodontics t-shirt while having fun water skiing and smiling with her braces. Another common question we hear is, do I have to come in every couple of weeks if myself or my child has braces? Well, years ago, it was common to see an orthodontist every couple of weeks during treatment. With the improved technology and materials that we have today at Lisa Grant Orthodontics, our patients typically need to come in only once every 2 to 3 months. Another question we often get asked from parents about is, does my child really need braces? Well, at this point, you really have two options. First, you could do nothing and not come in to see us, but that really doesn't make sense, especially since your consultation is 100% free. So for your second option, I'd like to invite you to talk to myself or another smile specialist here at Lisa Grant Orthodontics for a complimentary exam and consultation. Here's what you can expect at your consultation. First and foremost, you will experience the unique and friendly Lisa Grant welcome that will put you and your child at ease from the moment you walk in, if you are bringing in your child for the consultation. After checking in, you'll be brought into a private and comfortable consultation room where one of our highly trained team members will take the time to get to know you. Additionally, one of our doctors will address any specific questions that you have regarding the best treatment recommendations based on the evaluation. If treatment makes sense, we'll also provide specific details regarding your financial investment, including any insurance benefits and payment plan options. You will leave the consultation with all of your questions answered so you can decide if and when treatment makes sense for you or your child. If you're bringing your child in around 7 years old, a majority of the time, no treatment will even be needed at that time. However, it's always best to bring your child in at 7 because that will give us the most options and allow us to plan accordingly. At this point, I want to share with you some transformational stories of actual patients. I could tell you how great Lisa Grant Orthodontics is, but I would prefer that you hear from some of our actual patients. These comments are provided from the moms of our patients during a post-treatment survey. This patient's name is Camille. Her mom wrote in, and I quote, "When Camille first started, I was concerned with the pain and the cost. I thought it would be too expensive and hurt very much. Once she began treatment, my concerns went away. We had a subtraction from our bill and there was little to no pain. Through her treatment, I saw a change in her smile from when she first started to the smile that she has today. I have no words to describe the wonderful feeling Camille has. I wouldn't have gone anywhere else to have braces. I would recommend Lisa Grant Orthodontics in a heartbeat. They care about your hair and are very personal. They are always ready to make you comfortable and make sure you're happy. I'm so thankful for Lisa Grant Orthodontics." End quote. And here's a picture of Camille smiling at her senior prom. Pictured here are two of Nina's children. Nina wrote in, and I quote, "When I first thought of getting braces for my children, I knew scheduling appointments could be a challenge for my already busy schedule. The staff was extremely friendly and accommodating to our scheduling needs. We were able to make our appointments fit into our schedule, and I'm looking forward to seeing their new smiles. Dr. Lisa Grant was able to comfort my children along the way, and I was more than happy with the results. I would recommend Lisa Grant Orthodontics if you are considering braces for yourself or your child. They will make the journey comfortable and easy for you and your child. We have had 4 children with Lisa Grant Orthodontics for braces." End quote. This next story is from Latanya. Latanya wrote in, and I quote, "I used to think testimonials were falsified. However, when it comes to Lisa Grant Orthodontics, the positive testimonials are extremely true. My first impression of Lisa Grant and her team was awesome. When I walked into their facility, I was overtaken by friendliness, cleanliness, and modern decor. When inquiring about Invisalign, I knew I was going to pay a lot for them, but Lisa Grant Orthodontics really worked with me. My monthly payments are well in my budget, and it is debited directly from my account. I always had a pretty smile, but with straighter teeth, it is even better. When you will hear that you will have a confident smile after Invisalign, you better believe it. Lisa Grant Orthodontics offers fantastical customer service. I would refer Lisa and her team anytime." End quote. Now I can go on and on with more and more stories. We can also provide more references in person. You can also go on our website and read many of the reviews and testimonials from our patients. I want you to take a second and imagine you or your child not having to hide their smile anymore. Picture yourself or your child with their new smile, obviously with more confidence and better self-esteem. Do you think that they would have a more fulfilling life with more opportunities? Would you or they smile more? Would you or they be in more pictures? Do you think you or they would be more happy? I can tell you from personal experience, braces have completely changed my life, and I see it in the thousands of patients that we have been privileged to treat. You or your child deserve to at least find out more about if braces or Invisalign make sense. I invite you to take advantage of our no obligation consultation for you or your child as long as they are age 7 or older. If they're under 7, it's really too early to tell if treatment will be needed without guessing. For a limited time, we're offering these consultations complimentary. To schedule, please call 708-887-2719 or simply fill out the short form at www.grantorthoconsultation.com. Mention this webinar when you come in, and you will receive a copy of my book and a free teeth whitening kit. Now, you may be wondering, why are we offering the consultation for free and giving you free things when you come in and without any obligation? Well, there's a couple of reasons. First, we want to make sure you are informed with as much information as you need to make the right decision regarding treatment. Secondly, and this is probably the most obvious, many who have come in for their complimentary consultation become patients. Now, notice I didn't say all, I said many. That's because oftentimes treatment is not even needed, or we just aren't the right fit for whatever reason. Either way, for you taking the time to come in and learn more, you can keep your free gifts, whether you become a patient or not. As you can tell, we want you to experience the Lisa Grant Orthodontics difference for yourself and make your own decision. At this point, we have time to answer a few questions, so if you have a question, simply type it in the chat box below. So let's see here. We have a question here from Julie. Julie asks, do I need to wait until our dentist refers my child? So great question, Julie. The short answer to this is no, and here's why. Your dentist is generally focused just on preventing cavities and maintaining the overall health of the mouth. So furthermore, most dentists do not have the technology that's needed to properly check your child's developing teeth. For example, the x-rays that your dentist typically takes are limited to checking for cavities and the visible teeth. At our office, our x-rays are panoramic x-rays, which show the developing teeth, and we can also see if there's any missing or impacted teeth. So it's not due to the lack of concern, it's simply just that many dentists don't have the technology to know the best time that they should refer your son or daughter to the orthodontist. Bottom line, you don't need a dentist referral to come in for an evaluation. So let's see here, we have a question from Charles. Charles asks, my daughter plays the clarinet in the band. Can she still get braces? Charles, this is a great question, and I have great news for you, in that your daughter can still play her clarinet in the band and have braces. Most of our patients who play an instrument say that they needed about a week to get used to the braces being on. They simply practiced playing at home more, and they usually adjusted very easily to playing their instrument with braces. Okay, so we have a question here from Jose. Jose wants to know, do I still need to go to the dentist while I have braces? Now that's a very common question, Jose. And yes, you will still continue to see the dentist while you have braces. Your dentist is going to check for cavities and the overall health of your mouth while we are helping to transform the smile. Let's see here. Kim says, thank you, Lisa, for this great webinar. I am excited to learn about Invisalign for myself as well as braces for my children. Do you offer family discounts? I would like to get a consultation for myself and my 2 children. Also, can we all be seen on the same day? Well, Kim, we do offer family discounts. In fact, we actually like to see family members go through treatment together. It saves time by consolidating these appointments. And when a lot of our families are going through treatment together, oftentimes moms got Invisalign while their children get braces. And yes, we can see you and your child on the same day for your initial consultations. Let's see here. This is a very common question that we get. Are there certain foods you can't eat with braces? This question is from Rob. Well, Rob, there are certain foods you will want to avoid when you have braces. For example, you should avoid anything very hard, chewy, or sticky foods. Things like gummy bears, taffy, and sugary foods or drinks that aren't good, like soda or certain sports drinks. However, I know that some of the kids like the sports drinks, so if there's a sugar-free version, you can have those. And also, you just want to make some adjustments with your food that you're currently eating. Like, we recommend cutting off corn on the cob and cutting apples off the core. Many people often ask, can I still eat pizza? Yes, you can still eat pizza. So if you become a patient, we will provide you with an extensive list of foods that you'll want to avoid with braces and some foods that are great to eat with braces. Also, if they end up being a good candidate for Invisalign, you can choose Invisalign and actually eat any food. So we have time for one more question. Let's see here. Mary wants to know, how long does it take to get the braces after the initial consultation? Well, Mary, assuming that you or your child feel comfortable with the treatment plan, oftentimes we can actually get the process started the same day as the consultation. Putting braces on takes anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes, and it's super easy. And the kids get excited because they can pick colors of the bands, and they also get to change their colors at every appointment. So if I did not answer your question, myself or one of my team members will follow up with you. Also, you can ask more questions during the initial consultation, which again is the best way for us to determine if your child needs braces. So if you haven't yet, I urge you to call 708-887-2719 or fill out the form at www.grantorthoconsultation.com right now, as we have a limited number of consultations available for free, and they're offered on a first-come, first-served basis. And remember, to get your free gifts, you must mention this webinar. We look forward to talking with you and seeing how we can help you. We want you to have the most confidence possible and to feel better, look better, and ultimately live better. Patients tell us all the time that their smile transformation is a life-changing experience for them. They tell us they smile in every picture now and they feel so much more confident. We want you to have that same transformation, so contact us now to schedule your free consultation. I hope that you found this special webinar helpful in answering some of your questions regarding how you should choose your orthodontist. Thanks again, and we look forward to seeing you very soon.